Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, November 26, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, Health Ministry confirms potable water safety nationwide. Importation of armored vehicle approved for Corozal businessman who operates in free zone. Minister admits government has been slow to address staff's SARA concerns. And despite reports of doom, 2025 tourism numbers expected to be strong. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Today we officially hand over essential IT equipment to Belize's 9 municipalities under PAC's Readiness 10 program with the Green Climate Fund. This handover represents a tangible step forward in strengthening institutional capacity to build climate-resilient communities across the country. Prior to this, the GIS software licenses had already been provided under this project. GIS technology is one of the most powerful instruments available globally. It enables us to visualize, analyze, and interpret data to better understand relationships, patterns, and trends.
The Belmopan City Council has already embarked or is embarked on its implementation of GIS within the city of Belmopan. So any additional resources that we can utilize towards this project is definitely useful.
We will make sure that we make every good use of this to gather, like I said, information to ensure that we better prepare ourselves. And we continue to seek other opportunities to ensure that we prepare for what's ahead.
Climate change is the single most significant impact, threat, vulnerability, risk that our environment faces, as do we. It is the beginning, and we hope that with these equipment and with the ongoing support of programs like R10, I even shortened the name even more, we can build our capacity and our ability to be resilient against climate change.
Today is a moment to pause and acknowledge the progress we have made together in strengthening our urban communities. Your teams are now better equipped to use spatial analysis tools to support the development of climate-smart cities and towns.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 #key. Use the Smart app or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you, and the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Belize Water Services Limited has addressed concerns arising from Statistical Institute of Belize data under its Mix 7 report regarding E. coli in drinking water in Belize. BWS in a release today stated that after discussion they determined that the SIB's sampling and testing procedures did not follow internationally recognized water quality testing standards. BWS adds that the approach was not designed to support conclusions about national water quality or about specific utilities such as BWS. It affirms that none of the mix findings come from BWS's treatment or distribution systems. According to the company, its water quality monitoring system is one of the most robust in Belize and is based on internationally recognized methods. Additionally, BWS says that the Public Utilities Commission and the Public Health Department conduct their own monthly independent verifications. BWS says it is committed to supporting national agencies in providing technical guidance on methodologies to test national water quality, quote, to ensure that future reports accurately reflect the true state of Belize's water systems based on scientifically reliable data, end quote. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has also commented on a matter to put the public at ease. It notes that comprehensive data it has collected from multiple sites over time consistently demonstrate that potable water remains safe for consumption. It explains that it is done in fulfillment of its mandate to safeguard public health and reduce the incidence of diseases linked to unsafe drinking water. According to the ministry, its systematic and comprehensive water quality monitoring nationwide includes routine testing for microbial contaminants, including E. coli, total coliforms, and others. Furthermore, it says its surveillance of various public water supply systems is meant to identify potential risk for waterborne diseases. The ministry's monthly sampling is done on 16 of BWS's systems across all districts, 110 rudimentary water system and 105 bottled purified water operations. They also test hand pumps, but those are increasingly obsolete. In total, every year, the ministry says it collects some 4,000 water samples from across the country. For its part, Bowen & Bowen has explained that their crystal water undergoes strict purification and sterilization and testing that meet international standards. Crozol Free Zone businessman Jose Vea on October 3rd was granted a temporary permit to import an armored vehicle, a 2021 Land Rover Defender. The permit references approval being granted by the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, then Minister of Defense, Oscar Mira, and Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Elmer Torres, who is the officer in command of the Crozol Customs Station. Usage was restricted only to the free zone, and reports are it is still there today. The permit expired on November 2nd and would need to be renewed if the civilian intends to register and license the vehicle in Belize. We're told that any importation of equipment pertaining to ballistic and dangerous goods must be approved by the Office of the Commissioner, which includes a dangerous goods desk. Today, the former Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, who is now the CEO in the Ministry of Transport, shared that there is nothing in law that prohibits a civilian from importing a bulletproof vehicle, and he outlined the process to be followed.
I must say that there is nothing in law to prohibit a person from importing or using a bulletproof vehicle in Belize. When it comes to the issuance of temporary permits for vehicles that comes into the country, those permits are not issued by the Department of Transport nor with the authorization of the Department of Transport. Those permits are issued by the custom authorities at the different border points. They are normally issued for 1 month in the first instance, so it's an option for renewal. So at the expiration of the 1 month, then they can go back to customs and seek extension to renew. If the owner of the vehicle or whoever imports the vehicle into the country wishes to keep the vehicle in the country for an extended period of time, then they will have to visit the Department of Transport and apply to have the vehicle registered in Belize, at which point the Department of Transport will register the vehicle and assign the vehicle a license plate number. So in respect to this particular vehicle that you're speaking of, that vehicle is not in the country on the authorization of the Department of Transport. As I said earlier, it's a matter that would normally be dealt with via customs and not our department.
We know that Drea was targeted by 2 gunmen on a motorcycle in Paraiso village on September 12 while traveling with others nearing the entrance of Corozal town. On that occasion, Drea was injured. He is said to be principal figure in the Corozal Free Zone. That shooting preceded the incident in which another key Free Zone principal, Nitin Bukshani, was injured in October along the George Price Highway. Speaking on the importation today, the PM reminded that banks also have armored vehicles. He was also asked about the future of the zone.
Well, I don't know if you could put it from that end about the reef. But yes, I think that Savella, that's his name. I think they tried to shoot him. I think was it in September, and probably he wants to see how he can protect himself. Maybe just a precaution, as far as I can tell.
But is this a normal thing that's usually approved by customs, a bulletproof vehicle?
Well, I think you need to speak with the Customs Department and also the Attorney General's office. But I will just tell you this part, and I don't want to go back and forth. From what I'm told, there is no law that prevents anyone from bringing in a bulletproof vehicle. There are several, as I'm told, there are several organizations, businesses, and people that have these vehicles to protect themselves, probably like in the banks, for instance, and there have been no issue.
Having combined Home Affairs with Enterprise now, is there any instructions you've given to the new minister to try and quell what's happening in that area?
Well, that's the very reason why we put Enterprise with the police, so that we hope that then the police can play a more active role at the zone to be able to ensure that we can have peace and stability in the zone. The Corozal Free Zone is a very important area that creates a lot of employment. We employ about 1,500 Belizeans. And for us, it's important to be able to protect them and that everybody can feel safe. I don't think we're there that people don't feel safe, but we just want to take that extra precaution.
Speaking on a morning show today, Minister of the Public Service, Honorable Henry Usher, declined to make a definitive pronouncement on whether or not there is a trade dispute arising from the concerns of employees at the Belize Tax Service Department based on its pending transformation into a semi-autonomous revenue authority, SARA. Instead, he merely said it is a matter of interpretation and that a legal arbiter should decide on the question. At the same time, Usher admitted that the government has been delayed in answering the questions raised by the PSU on behalf of the BTSD staff, and he considers it important that these be addressed going forward. The 21-day notice period of industrial action from the Public Service Union ends today. The union is holding a virtual meeting with the staff tonight. We'll continue watching how things unfold, particularly as the government would not wish to see tax collection interrupted. There is a question mark over the alternate narrative the Prime Minister has offered to dispute the reported version in the media of the U.S. Embassy in Belize, having expressed concerns about the activities of former Minister of Agriculture Hosemai. We asked President of the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers, to weigh in.
I cannot be associated with being a person that is a stranger to the truth. And so I honestly do not want to comment on the words of someone that has now been branded as a stranger to the truth. Whatever the reasons are, as your grandmother and my great-grandmother would always remind us, what happens in the dark must come to light. And I think that we're slowly seeing the actions and the seeds that the current administration has sown. The chicken are coming home to roost. So I'm not paying attention to the noise coming out of the market, aka the House of Representatives and the representatives there. I'm paying attention to my change, and my change is saying that the facts show that there's no need for us to be second guessing what we know, what the facts surrounding the most recent events with certain government ministers are concerned.
The PM today was asked about all the memes generated as a result of the counter-narrative.
People mock everything, and I think if you want to know more details, maybe you should speak with former Minister Mai.
He was absent from the House of Representatives meeting.
Sister B, they were going to host meeting for about 5 years, and you were never making an issue, so you never asked me what I think about it.
Yeah, but don't you think that the public...
That question, I don't think I quite...
It's just the public's perception, though.
That's okay. That's the people's perception. We believe in a democracy. People can think differently, and that's okay.
Two of your...
In a communist state or whatever, no, so...
We asked two of your ministers about the narrative, and they didn't seem to be supportive of it.
That's their right.
The PM was also asked about the U.S. visa for Superintendent Aaron Gamboa, which has been put on hold.
No, I have not about that. I didn't even know that they were going to revoke Mr. Gamboa's visa. But if you don't want details, I think you need to speak with the U.S. Embassy. I have no idea why they did that.
Is it concerning for you, though, considering his post in the police department?
Of course it is. Of course it is. But we don't know. And I was out. And I think that if the U.S. Embassy, if they think it's something very serious, I think they will bring it to my attention. And if they bring it to my attention, then I will act.
What happens in the event that, multiple police officers, senior police officers, because there's a list that's circulating, a proposed list, multiple senior police officers have their visas revoked?
I think we're jumping way ahead. I think we need to wait and see what's going to happen. But again, the United States, when they give you a visa, it is they give you the permission to visit their country, and they have the right to be able to revoke their visas at any time. And the United States is not the only country to visit in the world.
After the break, American Airlines flight diverted to Belize lands safely with one engine. Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
All right, when the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It looks like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug. We keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL. How do you know?
Yes, man. It don't reach the man the better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize. House by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now.
once you have land, you have wealth. I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Belize City, get ready to unwrap a Christmas to remember. Your Belize City Council, in collaboration with Coca-Cola, invites you to the annual Belize City Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony 2025. Come and witness our trees as they light up and bring warmth to this festive season. Join us on Friday, November 28, 2025 at 6 p.m. as we officially kick off the holidays and celebrate the true reason for the season, the birth of Christ. Prepare for the biggest tree lighting ceremony yet, featuring the spectacular Francis Renaud concert series, the Christmas edition, live on Albert Street. But that's not all. Shop gifts and treats from our local vendors. Plus, get a chance to win exciting prizes and much more. Bring the kids to meet Santa and enjoy free cupcakes and Coca-Cola. And there's a designated seating area for the elderly. This tree lighting ceremony you won't want to miss. Save the date. Friday, November 28, 2025 at 6 p.m. on Albert Street. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
An American Airlines flight AA327 en route from Miami to El Salvador had to be diverted to Belize for an unscheduled landing at around 11:30 this morning after experiencing engine trouble. The aircraft landed safely at the Philip Golson International Airport with only one functional engine. The pilot took the decision to divert the Boeing 737 out of an abundance of caution after noticing smoke coming from the right motor of the plane. Passengers were able to disembark without incident and were kept in a holding area until another flight could be arranged for them. The airport activated its emergency response in the event it had been necessary. There have been a lot of outside factors that have affected the travel industry in 2025, from wars to tariff wars, the uncertainty surrounding the immigration policy of the U.S., and the U.S. government shutdown. A lot has caused travelers to second-guess their plans. As the tourism high season for Belize gets underway, there were reports of lower than usual tourist arrivals. However, Director of Tourism at the Belize Tourism Board, BTB, Evan Tillett, shared that the actual overnight arrival numbers have been slightly ahead of 2024 thus far, which is the country's benchmark year for tourism.
From January to October in 2025, we are at a total of 448,188 overnight guests, compared to last year, which was 446,563. That is a total of 1,625 visitors above 2024. And that provides us with a 0.4% above 2024, which is our new benchmark year. So prior to that, 2019 was the new benchmark year at a total of 503,000. That's for the complete year. As well as 2024, we had a total of 547,000. So our numbers are showing that we're pretty much on par with 2024. And that's giving all of the issues that we have seen in the geopolitical space, where you have wars, trade wars, the U.S. immigration policy. And so we have remained neck to neck with 2024.
Most tourists who stay overnight in Belize are U.S. citizens, and by a wide margin. Over 300,000 U.S. tourists have spent at least an overnight in Belize in 2025 thus far. While there has been a slight drop in the total for the first 10 months of the year when compared to the same period in 2024, the overall overnight visitor figures remain steady thanks to the increase in overnight visitors from other countries such as Mexico and Guatemala. BTB Director of Tourism Evan Tillett shared the figures.
In terms of the overnight market source, the U.S. continues to be our largest market. In 2024, we had a total of 310,666, and we are slightly down 1.7% in 2025. However, we see other markets such as Canada and Guatemala that shows 6 and 3% increase over the numbers last year. In terms of Belizeans living abroad and visit as tourists, they represent a total of 4% of our total overnight arrivals. In terms of the decrease in other markets, you see a slight decrease in Germany and Canada, but yet you see increases in the UK and Netherlands.
Almost 400,000 visitors arrived in Belize via the Philip Golson Airport between January and October 2025. Of those, some 112,000 flew in from Houston, some 61,000 from Miami, some 48,000 from Atlanta, just under 47,000 from Dallas, and just under 30,000 from Los Angeles. Director of Tourism Evan Tillett credits these numbers to the number of airlift available to Belize from these U.S. cities.
In terms of our airlines hub, the top 5 are Houston, Miami, Dallas, Atlanta, and Los Angeles, with Houston being our largest hub that represents 112 passengers, 112,754 passengers in 2025. Now, it's important to note that we have a lot of airlift into our destination, and one of the key things that we do is to maintain a relationship with our airline partners, because it's critical that we get new flight routes into Belize, because it makes it easier for visitors to get to Belize. But we must work with our airline partners to ensure that they are making a profit and continue to fly to the destination.
Belize has been enjoying record-breaking tourist overnight arrivals since 2019, minus the pandemic years. However, it is easy to forget how popular of a tourist destination Belize has become in the past decade. Since 2010, the number of airlines that service PGIA has jumped from 6 to 14. The number of international cities with airlink to Belize City has jumped from 7 to 23, and the number of countries has jumped from 3 to 7. Director of Tourism Evan Tillett spoke of the increase in air connectivity.
In terms of our airlines hub, the top 5 are Houston, Miami, Dallas, Atlanta, and Los Angeles, with Houston being our largest hub that represents 112 passengers, 112,754 passengers in 2025. Now, it's important to note that we have a lot of airlift into our destination, and one of the key things that we do is to maintain a relationship with our airline partners, because it's critical that we get new flight routes into Belize, because it makes it easier for visitors to get to Belize. But we must work with our airline partners to ensure that they are making a profit and continue to fly to the destination. In terms of our airlines hub, the top 5 are Houston, Miami, Dallas, Atlanta, and Los Angeles, with Houston being our largest hub that represents 112 passengers, 112,754 passengers in 2025. Now, it's important to note that we have a lot of airlift into our destination, and one of the key things that we do is to maintain a relationship with our airline partners, because it's critical that we get new flight routes into Belize, because it makes makes it easier for visitors to get to Belize. But we must work with our airline partners to ensure that they are making a profit and continue to fly to the destination. In terms of our...
In other news, the Social Security Board SSB today convened a media mixer and stakeholder consultation under the theme Modernizing Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. The session brought together media representatives and key partners for an in-depth discussion on the board's benefit structure, investment portfolio, and the overall outlook of the Social Security scheme. SSB officials provided updates on ongoing modernization efforts, highlighted the performance of the institution's investments, and outlined strategic priorities aimed at ensuring long-term sustainability for contributors and beneficiaries. The interactive forum also invited feedback from attendees, allowing them to share how SSB can continue strengthening services, transparency, and financial resilience. Jerome Palma, newly appointed CEO of the Social Security Board, told the media more.
It is a part of our strategic priority for active engagement, not just with the media but with stakeholders. I think as we move forward with development in the scheme, we will have to engage and get feedback. We have to understand what are the challenges. When we are dealing with the administration and operations, we may be looking and seeing at it from one perspective. When we discuss with stakeholders like the media, we will gain a different perspective. So it is important that we have this type of engagement. It is a part of our accountability and transparency as well, as we continue to strive to make sure we pass on information. There are several advancements that we've made. We've taken, for example, under consideration for the items to be presented today.
After the break, Belize Jiu-Jitsu athletes qualify for World Youth Championships in UAE, and 2026 expected to be record-breaking for available plane seats to Belize. Stay tuned.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having two sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This year's celebration takes place under the theme Invest, Innovate, Sustain, Leading the Change in Renewable Energy Frontiers. This theme is both timely and visionary. It reminds us that the key to Belize's energy future lies in our ability to invest in transformative technologies, innovating through collaboration, and sustain our progress to shared responsibility.
When we create spaces, internships, research labs, and innovation challenges where young Belizeans can turn their ideas into renewable solutions made for Belize, where opportunity is rewarded with support for exploration, we all win.
Across the region, CARICOM member states are collaborating to invest, innovate, and sustain to build systems that are resilient to climate change impacts, responsive to community needs, and responsible to our planet. Our ministry proudly works hand in hand with CARICOM and our regional partners to ensure that Belize continues to lead by example. Because when the Caribbean stands together on clean energy, we send a message to the world. Small nations can lead in big ways.
Let us invest boldly in our renewable energy. Let us invest together from the classroom to the boardroom. And let us sustain this progress with unity and purpose so that what we build today, tomorrow, becomes the foundation of a stronger, cleaner future.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Yes, I want to do farming. Fruits, vegetables, anything. You don't have to go there and buy, you have your own thing.
This never happened when I come here in the two, baby. That's what it do.
200 lots, more lots than people with land of Passia. So when I pick them when I ban yet to get land.
You could look at all of them, how happy they are. They're so, man, these people don't know how to express themselves right now.
People who have never had a land before, will live here for years, finally get something to say, okay, I have something in my name,
So when you get your piece of land, you have to hold on to your land. You have something to pass on to your picnic.
Use your land, make it useful.
Don't sell your land because it is gold. You're investing in your own selves and your children down the road.
I know how to say thank again because it's a great achievement.
This past weekend, 3 of Belize Jiu-Jitsu athletes represented the country at the Pan American Championships of the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation in Monterrey, Mexico. This was the first time Belize was competing at that competition, and 2 of the junior athletes came back with medals, a silver and a bronze. The big news is that the 2 athletes who medaled now qualify for the IMMAF World Youth Championships scheduled for August 2026 in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Assistant coach at Don't Blink Jiu-Jitsu, Jan Gab, spoke of how their training paid off, while head coach of the team, Israel Vasquez, spoke of their performance and the competition in 2026.
Yes, so like I said, this was the first time that Belize competed at the IMAF Pan American Championships. So with that being said, we took the training very seriously. It consisted of grappling, boxing, kickboxing, just to make sure the athletes are up to speed when it comes to the international competition, right? They had their running, they had their hill sprints, and like I said, each training session was hard, but it did pay off in the end. Belize was able to medal. They medaled third place and second place. Not only that, Belize actually defeated USA in one of the matches, which not many countries in the region can say. So that goes to show you the training and the curriculum that we are currently following works. Yes, we'll have to make some adjustments for future competitions, but that is showing you the level in which Belize is at and the level which Belize can be in the future.
We had 3 participants, 2 youths under 18 and 1 adult. Both youths placed on the podium. So Haziel Tush earned a silver medal, a bronze medal, and Keon Mosiah actually won a silver medal. So they both placed on the podium, came back with medals to Belize, now representing Team Belize. Yes, Isma was our only adult competitor. Unfortunately, we didn't get the results that we wanted. Isma was in a bracket of 6 competitors. Therefore, his fight was in the quarterfinals, and he was eliminated, due to a loss. But, it's good for the experience and for getting out there and putting the country on the map. I wanna break some news with you because you've been covering us and very helpful in getting the guys' coverage. The big news is that because they placed at the podium at the Pan American Championships, they qualify for the World Youth Championships, which is going to be held in Abu Dhabi in August of 2026. So, believe it or not, little Team Belize qualifies for the first time for the IMAF World Youth Championships.
We now hear from Hazael Tush and Keon Mosiah, who both medaled, and Israel Vasquez, who, despite not medaling, said the team accomplished what they set out to achieve.
So, my name is Hazael Tush. I competed in the bantamweight division for 137 pounds, Youth B. So under 18, everybody was from 14 to 15 years old, 16. And the results was that I came in third. I got bronze. I lost my matches, but I still ended up giving a good fight. I was actually a little bit sick, so I fought sick. Obviously, it wasn't the results, so I didn't feel great. But at the same time, it was amazing to see the Belizean flag up there beside the U.S. and the Mexican flags as well, and all the big other countries. Everybody was cheering, and we still had supporters up there, even from other countries.
My name is Keon Mosiah. I fought in UA, which is flyweight division on 125. The results were that I got second place. I lost my second round against a Mexican, but it was a tight match, and the two judges gave it to the Mexican, and one judge gave it to me. So I lost that fight. So I got second place. It felt good because it was close to first place, and putting Belize second place against America and Mexico and those other countries.
It was an elimination bracket, so I got eliminated at the first round. I made a mistake with defending a throw. I got slammed on my head and I wasn't able to recover properly. That cost me that fight, and it was still, of course, a wonderful experience for myself and the team. It was the first time that Belize was participating in an international amateur MMA competition of that level. We are super appreciative and thankful of everyone that helped us make it there. That, of course, is the first big step, just getting there. And that is history made. First time Belize participated. And it was the first time that our youths medaled. So one of our youths was the first one to ever medal in that tournament for IMAF. So we still accomplished what we set out to accomplish. We still did great. And we're happy to continue growing the sport.
Yan Gab spoke of the significance of the medals and the potential to grow the sport in Belize.
I just want to say a big thanks to all our sponsors. It couldn't have been possible without you guys. I want to give a big shout out to our head coach as well, Coach Israel Vasquez, to take the time, the sacrifice. It's not easy, especially to develop these youths and the sport of MMA overall in Belize. And I just want to say, Giovanni and the audience, MMA in Belize has the same potential when it comes to other sports, right? When you think of Belizean sports, you think of cycling, you think of basketball, you think of volleyball, but I believe MMA should be in that category as well. Keon Mazaya, one of our athletes, defeated USA. That's a feat that not many countries in the region can say. So that shows you the potential this sport has for Belize, and I feel the appropriate sectors should, invest in MMA more, especially because this is where we can grow. And as you can see, this helps in youth development overall, not just for adults. It can start from 8 and up because they do have competitors who fought, at 8 years old at the same tournament. So it shows you the potential, and I'm hoping the appropriate audience sees this and we can invest more.
Coach Vasquez is also asking other jiu-jitsu athletes to register to compete at IMMAF. Information on the process will be shared at a later date. Despite a slightly higher overnight tourist total so far in 2025, when compared to 2024, this year has seen a slight decrease in terms of overall available airplane seats for Belize. Director of Tourism Evan Tillett explained why this is so. He also revealed that 2026 is expected to have the highest ever amount of airplane seats available to Belize.
Another important aspect in terms of this is to look at the seat count. When you look at the seat count for our destination, you'll see that in 2024 we had a total of 626,000 seats, airline seats coming into the destination. However, in 2025 we saw some softening. But even with that softening, there was still opportunity to continue to grow the tourism sector. Like I said, was a bit softer at 604,387, and this was driven primarily by American Airlines removing some capacity out of Miami and Charlotte. That affected us significantly, and they did it, in my opinion, to maximize their revenue from the routes that they have. But in 2026 will be a significant year in terms of airline seat capacity, and it should be the greatest capacity that we will ever have in airline seats coming into Belize, and we're estimating that we will have 651,529 airline seats coming into Belize.
Due to not having mainland docking facilities, cruise ship arrival numbers have not bounced back the way we have seen with air travel arrivals. However, there has been a slight increase in 2025 versus 2024 for the first 10 months of the year.
For 2025, we have an increase of 5.4% compared to 2024. We have a total of 82% of cruise passengers that come to Belize tend to disembark. The breakdown for the arrivals, you have Harvest Key and you have FSTV. For 2025, we had 48 calls at Harvest Key and a total of 178,517 passengers to Harvest Key. To FSTV, we have a total of 532,395 passengers, and that's with 195 calls. So total calls for 2025 represents 243 calls. We were lucky to get some ships that weren't on the schedule, and that's a result of the unfortunate hurricane that affected Jamaica. So to date, we have gotten, I believe, 2 ships, a Carnival and one from the Cunard line.
A Coast Guard officer identified as 25-year-old Brian Chiak has been formally charged with the attempted murder of his common-law wife, 24-year-old Police Constable Jessica Powell. On Monday, November 24, police responded to a report on Gibnut Street in Belize City, where they found Powell unresponsive and took her to the KHMH for treatment. According to initial investigations, the couple had an altercation at around 3:35 that morning. As a result, Chiak reportedly stabbed Powell multiple times and threatened to kill her. He was additionally charged with use of deadly means of harm and wounding. Police are investigating the death of 68-year-old Jaime Jorge Sosa, whose body was found on Elm Street in Independence Village, Stan Creek on Tuesday, November 25 at around 6 a.m. Police did not observe any injuries on his body. He was transported to the Independence Polyclinic and a post-mortem awaits. And on Friday, the air across the country was filled with joy and laughter and the sounds of candy wrappers being opened as thousands of children celebrated their special day, Children's Day. We checked in with Eden SDA Pre and Primary School in Santa Elena, Cayo, to see how they celebrated on Friday. Here's Principal Sharon Carl Lopez.
Today we're celebrating Children's Day under the theme My Day, My Rights. And it is important for us to celebrate Children's Day because it's a recognition to children and to show them how much they value to us. Now, today at Eden SDA Primary School, we are celebrating all these students and we show them the love we have to them and the value we have to them by giving them a treat. So it is a Friday. It is a day whereby we enjoy all the activities we do. So we started our day with a powerful worship session because we must also remind students that God is our creator and that He is the one who looks after us, who guides us, who protects us. And we instill those values into them to believe, to have faith in prayer, because all these things is what will carry them on for life. Then our school, as a whole school, they have fed the students with breakfast, and also they are going to be getting some Sunday ice cream. So they're going to be enjoying themselves with that. Now, as a class, we are doing different activities such as minute-to-minute games, lemon spoons, sacrifice, and all those traditional games we have as young children that we enjoy too, that doesn't require advice, right? So we're going old school today. And we got treats for the students who are graciously donated by some sponsors. We have piñata, we have fruits, we have cupcakes, cheese dip, and all those goodies that the children enjoy having on this day. And it's not about all the eating and all of those things, because at Eden we always do healthy stuff. So today we call it like a cheat day, whereby they are allowed to go ahead and enjoy some of those candies, some of those snacks at school. So that is something that they are really looking forward to this day as well.
We always have fun. So for the Children's Day, the kids are going to play games. They're going to listen. Children's Day is a what we call a cheat day, okay? So don't judge us. The kids are going to be eating some candies. They're going to be having fun as well.
Teacher Nair Zul shared words of encouragement to children to enjoy their youth, but also reminded them to be respectful and spread kindness.
The theme this year said, My Day, My Rights. And yes, you all have rights. You all have the right to education, to be safe, and to all of those things that is outlined in the Constitution. But do not forget that along with the rights comes responsibility. And you have responsibility to go to school, to do your work, to respect, to be obedient to all of those around you and those in authority. So I would appeal to you students to be a positive change in our society. Use those rights, use this day to be able to reach out to someone, not only for you to get, but reach out to someone. Use those values that are being taught to you at the school by your teachers and your administrators. Be kind, be loving, be nice to one another, and even to adults. And try pass on that message, pass on that little flame that can be the ignition to a better world. Pass it on to others, and you will see better changes, and you yourself will see a better change in your life. So today, I ask you to enjoy yourself. Don't stress about anything. God is with you, and we pray that you had a wonderful time with your class, and that you may enjoy being a child, because when you're grown up, things are so different. So enjoy your childhood, enjoy it, and play like a child, and also be like a child, because the Bible also tells us that if we are not like children, we're not going to enter the kingdom of heaven. So adults, let's remember that we all have that child inside.
And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. To repeat, can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news, and remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize, and you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.